Asuna takes the seat next to me during lunch. I quit typing on my laptop and look at him. Can I help you? His smile is as cocky as ever. That's no way to talk to me, Ellen. You should know that. I roll my eyes. Of course not. What do you want? Normal Asuna doesn't keep me under his thumb when I'm working on an assignment for him, but he's being as bothersome as yesterday. He slides his legs into the desk and looks straight. I have a proposal. I stay quiet, eyeing him with suspicion. If you get me usable dirt on Akabane, I'll delete your photo. A ghost must have punched me without a break, because I swear all the air in my lungs evaporated the second he said that. He turns his head and looks at me again, another smile playing on his lips. I knew that would get your attention. Suddenly, I'm suspicious again. Why would you do that? I ask, overwhelmed by the thought of getting rid of the evidence that he holds over my head. Because I'm nice. He grins. Cheeky little bastard. Okay, now the truth. I'm offended. You don't think I'm nice? Spit it out, Asuna. My heart is pounding in my head. Will he let me delete it? Actually delete it? Akabane is smart. He's cocky and manipulative. So you're saying I don't have a fighting chance? I ask. Basically. He nods nonchalantly. Thanks for the support. You're welcome. He smiles as if what I said was an actual compliment and not a sarcastic statement. After a while, he stands up to leave. Remember, Ellen, and do your best not to mess it up. There's the also know I know. Sharp eyes, and his I trust no one look. When he's gone, I lean back in my chair and let out my breath, then inhale again. And Akabane's the manipulative one, huh? I grin a little. All of this intensity makes me wonder what Akabane karma is really like. I've never even seen the guy, and already I'm starting to like him. The bell rings and class ends. Asuna doesn't stop me from walking out, and I don't bother to pull him aside to let him know what I found, which is mostly boring anyway. I want to try and get more out of that Shiota Nagisa boy, but to do that, I need to plan ahead of time. I need to treat this like an actual assassination, or something of the sort. I need to be prepared. No, that's not just my anxiety talking. I promise. Ellen! I see Shiota waving his hand around. His long locks make it easier to spot him despite him having a short build. Hey Shiota, is Akabane going to meet up with us today? No, he said he has something to do. Maybe he's studying, I offer, leaning on the opposite side of him, being like Asuna, even just a little. I don't think that's it. Sweat drips down his forehead, although I can't guess why. What makes you say that? I ask, the question sounding too similar to the one Asuna asked me yesterday. Well, he had this... I don't know how to explain it. Look, I guess you could say. I nod. Understandable. We stopped in front of the McDonald's we were going to eat at. He opened the door for me, such a gentleman, and walked in after. The rest of our hangout was fun. I haven't had a chance to talk to anyone, but Asuna in a while, let alone have a friend. Regardless, I need to keep my objective in mind. Kill Akabane karma. A few more weeks went by. My beginning term exams flew by in a flash, and I still have not met Akabane karma. I'm beginning to suspect he knows that Asuna was scheming. But what does that mean for me? For all I know, Akabane is probably sick and doesn't want to give his sickness to me or Shiota. Maybe that's why he hasn't been hanging out with him. Though Shiota hasn't mentioned anything, so I'm safe to assume this is sadly not the case. No matter, I don't need to meet the person to get intel on them, just their name. I will admit though, it's a shame I won't get to meet my savior. Another month and Shiota and I have become quite close. I might even start calling him Nagisa. After all, he won't have any friends, from what I can tell, after Akabane is expelled. The bell rings for lunch, and I am easily swept up in the crowd of students walking to the other classes. Thankfully, I don't think anyone saw me walk down the D class hall. I left my laptop in my bag, so no one will be able to snoop, although I'm sure Asno would prevent them from doing anything since he's the reason why I'm researching what I am. If people knew Asno had me on his leash, every head would turn in his direction, heads that would get snapped right off. 2D is easy to spot. A few students are standing in the hallway, none in the doorway, and a few inside. I'm bound to catch a glimpse of Akabane. I said I was okay with not seeing him, but I lied. Just a peek won't hurt, and I didn't tell Shiota about my visit because that would have tipped off Akabane. Sometimes I think I'm too smart for my own good. I step into the threshold and scan the room for Shiota. He's talking with two guys. One of them is bound to be Akabane Karma. He didn't show up for picture day, so I am unable to identify him via school photo. He does not drive yet, legally or illegally from what I've gathered, which leaves me in the ditch as well. Shiota, I wave, walking over toward the bunny-leg boy. He smiles and waves me over. The two guys stare at me in what I hope is a good shock. I was hoping to catch Akabane, I say to Shiota, but look in the direction of the two guys. Sorry, you just missed him. Shiota rubs his neck and shatters my hopes at the same time. I can't help but grinning at this little game we've begun playing. He seems to slip away at just the right moment, which makes me wonder if Asuna is toying with me. That this old friend isn't that old, that maybe it's not only luck helping him out. Ellen, are you okay? You kinda look like Karma. I turn to look at him, my eyes landing on his smoothly. Am I? He gulps. I mean, not obviously, but your smile, it looks a little forced. I'm fine, just, I need to go to the bathroom. Of course, I'm pissed. He's caught on somehow without even meeting me. Asno, you prick. My irritated smile fades away when I walk into the washroom. It's empty, like Asno's head will be when I squeeze out all of the brains. He knew what he was doing and I fell for it. He played me like a fiddle and I let him. Akabane Karma, you. I breathe in and I breathe out. I will end them both. I throw some water on my face and try not to storm into the classroom, and I did when I walked out of the restroom. Immediately, my eyes go to Asano. He waves with a smile that indicates I was right. I want to snatch him up and string him across the assembly pole. I take in a breath and let it out. He's not worth it. Right now, you need to focus on Akabane, weaknesses and strengths. Don't worry, Asano. You'll get your turn. I promise.
He's never gonna make it, all the poor people he's forsaken.